Hey, hi all. So we have created a new component which are having four subcomponents. So this component name is process status activity. So what happens in this is that we actually get the process history list that what's actually running behind the scene. So let's assume I'm having an Excel open already on my system. I need to do some Excel activities on that Excel file. So what I'll do is usually as a developer, we close the Excel and then we restart it, and then this basically destroys a lot of time and it doesn't help the whole process. It actually increases the execution time as well. So I'll just show you what the activity actually does. So I'm just importing that activity. Okay, so here it is, get process name. So in this activity, what's happening is that we don't need to provide any list or any activity or any input in this. So what we need to do is that we just need to provide what's actually required. So it will actually give us the process list count, how many actually executing, and the output list in a data table. I'm just putting two message boxes and one output data table. So I'll actually get a count of how many processes are running and how the list of all the data tables, or sorry, the processes that are being executed. So I just did a debug process. So 136 processes are running at this point in my system, and this is the list of all the activities that are running. So we can actually find out what is the activity name that we are actually executing, or how many activities are actually processing in my system. So I'll stop this out. Now moving on to the next component that we have, put the message box still over here. No, next is process running status. So in this, what I'm doing, I'm just providing Excel. So as you can see, I don't have the Excel already started on my system. So this whole thing would actually throw out an exception error, not an exception, but a false output. So an output would be coming out in a Boolean methodology. So here, a false. I'll just trigger out a Excel file, leave the whole value, and here I have started it already. Now I'm just running the bot again. So yeah, because it's already started, it's throwing out an true message for us. So why, how can we use this? So let's assume, as I told you earlier, that Excel activity. Now we can actually expand the scope to SAP or Chrome or anything altogether. Now we can actually, we don't need to open any of those activities or any of those functions or tabs. We can actually start reusing them altogether. Now start if not started. So in this process, so what we need to do is that I'll just provide an input of the activity process name, that is Excel over here. As you see, Excel is already started. So it won't basically trigger the Excel to start. So as you see, because Excel is already started, oh sorry, it's not required over here. So as you see, nothing is happening because actually Excel is already open. Now I'll close this Excel and then restart it again. So as the Excel was not executing, so the Excel file is actually been triggered to start. Okay, now I'm moving on to the next activity. It's kill and restart. So we as a developer, we see that we need to restart a lot of times the application. So here, process name string, and we have default setup as false over here. So we don't need to restart. So if the Excel is started, we'll actually kill it. And if it's not there, we'll actually start the application as well. Now, if I need to see, the Excel is already open. Now I'm triggering the root to true. So what will happen in this case, that it will close the Excel and then restart it again. So if you can see over here, the Excel has been closed and then it's been started again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this activity, these components, and do let us know in case of any inputs, or we can actually improve the component altogether. Thank you.